Hi, my name is Julianne, and today I'm going to be talking about The Immortals by Jordanna Max Brodsky. So, The Immortals is the first book in the Olympus Bound trilogy. This is the sequel. I literally got this book today of the time of filming, but I completely forgot that this was coming out in February. I thought it was March, and I was so excited when I found out that I got it, so I had to buy it, even though it's $36. So, pretty expensive. But I'm assuming it's going to be worth it because the first book is amazing, and I'm pretty sure the second book is just going to get better. So obviously I've not yet read the second book, so I'm here to talk about the first book. It's about the Olympian gods. So think Percy Jackson, but with more adult themes. I don't know if it's technically an adult book, but it feels like a new adult book. It feels like YA, but yet for an older audience, and it's amazing. I love it so much. It's just one of my favorite books right now. I love it so much. Basically, Artemis is now a detective, and a PI, and she's doing her thing. This is present day, and then there is a murder that happens, and so she's trying to figure out who murdered this girl, and her journey through it, and other stuff happens. I don't want to say too much, but basically it's the Olympian gods, but it's a murder mystery, and it's just the best blend. I didn't know that could be a good blend, but it is, and I know I said this before, but I love it so much. I would highly recommend it, especially if you're a fan of Percy Jackson. That's all I'm going to say about the non-spoiler section. It's a really fun book. I love it so much. It's murder mystery meets Greek gods. It's amazing. Go read it. Now moving on to the spoiler section. So if you have not yet read it, please leave. Don't get spoiled. What I really enjoyed about this was the theme of if you believe in something enough, it becomes real. Because in Percy Jackson, they kind of talked about the gods fading and that whole situation. And also in Malice by Chris Pudding, the world of Malice was created because someone believed in it so much. If you haven't read Malice by Chris Pudding, you really need to. It's amazing. Also, Supernatural addressed this in one of their episodes, a ghost was created because it was an urban legend. So I'm really interested in that, theme of believing in enough, it kind of becomes real. And I thought that was very interesting. That whole concept was brought into this book, and about the gods, how they became real because enough people believed in them. So it was a very interesting concept. But going into the story itself, whoa, I'm jumping all the way to the end, I don't care. Okay, I came up with the craziest theory, and I was right. How? So right at the beginning, Everett shows up during Theo's little presentation. I'm like, he's the killer. Why I thought that? I don't know. It's always the boyfriend, right? According to How to Get Away with Murder. And, I was just like, it's Everett, right? I was like, Everett? Greek god. He has to be. And then, a little bit later, okay, I'm like, okay, it's probably not him. Blah, blah, blah. Why did I think that? A little bit later, this is before, the whole reveal, of course, I'm like, the whole shift is on Apollo / Paul, and I'm just like, okay, it's him. I was believing it, and then after a while, I'm like, no, it doesn't make sense. And then I'm like, what if Everett is Orion, and Orion's killed Helen and all this stuff? I get to the end, and I'm right. And I'm like, there's no way I'm right. I was like, that is the craziest theory. There's no way that's possible. Wow, okay. I'm still in shock. I'm right. I just can't believe this. I read this book 2 months ago, and I've decided to finally make a review of it, because why not wait 2 months after you read a book to do this? I am a bad procrastinator. I am really bad. So, but I'm still in shock. Oh my god, this book is amazing. There was that whole scene when she was in Hades. She was in the underworld with Hades, and he mentioned oh, Orion's gone, we don't know where he is. You're not gonna mention, oh, he's missing, and then not bring him up later. So I knew he had to be part of this. Also, I would like to mention that I ship a character named Theo with a Greek goddess. Leo from the Theo. I think that's a really good coincidence. I just thought that was kind of funny. After I finished the book, I was like, wait, I shipped Theo with a Greek goddess, and now I ship Leo with a Greek goddess. It was so weird. But just thought that was funny. But yeah, I love Theo. He's so funny. He made the book. Everything that came out of his mouth was beautiful. I loved his relationship with Artemis. I keep calling her Artemis. Should I call her Celine? Whatever. I like their relationship. I really do ship it. I think it's really cute. Except for that moment when they're at the like waterfall. That was like a scary noise. But that was like a really weird moment. I'm like, I don't know what's happening, but I'm just gonna ignore this part and keep going. It's so weird because it's like reading this book and then reading Percy Jackson. It's like the gods are different from what they are in the books. But I really appreciated Artemis' story in this. Apparently we thought, oh, it's gonna be Apollo. He's the cult leader. He's killing everybody. And I was on board. Like, before it was mentioned, when Apollo showed up and she mentioned, like, oh, he seems to not be fading that much, I was like, it's Apollo. Then it turns out it's Apollo. And then I'm like, but is it? And then she goes to the underworld and I'm like, Everett, Orion, and that whole thing happened. But, you know, I was on the Apollo train. Turned out I was right, but then I was like, book's not over. There's no way it's going to be Apollo. Ionis's name is Dennis, apparently. And he knew Theo in college. And I'm just like, wow. He just, Theo just knows all of the Greek gods. Like, all of them. Like, they're all, like, attracted him because of what he's called. Which, what is that name? Oh, Macarite. I wrote it down. Don't know how to pronounce it, but I'm going with Macarite. Which is very interesting. Like, you know, Percy Jackson never taught me that word, so it's interesting to be able to, like, get more, and you get the more adult side of things. Like, I knew nothing about the cults in Greece. Like, I didn't know that was a thing. So, and Percy Jackson never really talked about that. This book goes into the darker side of Greece. I mean, through Percy Jackson, like, it's pretty dark. Like, you think as a kid, fun-loving thing, read The Last Olympian. Oh my god, like, so many people died. Blood of Olympus, like, those entire people got massacred. Like, Percy Jackson's pretty dark. But, I mean, it's really funny, but then it gets really dark at the same time. I mean, they literally went to hell. But this book, it, like, goes into this whole darker side of Greece, that ancient Greece that I really never knew about, so I just had fun learning about it. Their mom, Apollo and Artemis's mom died, apparently, or, like, you know, she faded away, and that was, like, a really sad, emotional scene, and I think, yeah, at that point, Artemis still thought Apollo was part of this whole, like, the cult and everything, and I don't know, it was really sad, but, like, I really thought their relationship was interesting to explore, because she, you know, she has, like, issues with her brother, but I think they're gonna, like, you know, work it out more, because it kind of worked out at the end. Sorry, I've, again, read this book, like, 2 months ago, so I don't quite remember exactly how the relationship was right at the end, but I'm sure it's gonna get better in the second book. Oh yeah, Gabriella, I really liked her. She was a fun character, and, but she got kidnapped, apparently. Yeah, so the cult kidnapped Gabriella. Did the cult have a name? I don't remember if it had, like, a specific name. It probably did. Don't remember it. I just wrote the cult. So Gabriella got kidnapped. Theo came along. They took him instead of Gabriella. That cop died. That was really sad. It was like, he's just trying to help out, and, like, he gets murdered. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. How did I forget? Good thing I wrote this down, because I forgot. Theo died. Thinking about Blood of Olympus right now. But yeah, Theo died. I forgot about that. And then he came back, right? How did he come back? Yeah, Artemis brought him back. You know, I can't believe I forgot Theo died. Like, what the heck? It had been 2 months. I'm sorry. Artemis, you know, kills Orion. It was great. Very satisfying right there in that moment. And then, of course, the last sentence I wrote, Celine / Artemis and Theo end up together, and it was great. It was really fun. It was really interesting to read. I'm excited to read Winter of the Gods. As soon as I finish it, I'll make a review. I won't wait 2 months. So that was my review of The Immortals. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Wonderful writing. That's something I didn't mention, but the writing was just gorgeous and beautiful, and I loved it. And then it was really funny, and I enjoy good humor. So The humor, the writing, the story, the everything, it just made this book for me, and that's why I loved it. That's why it was like on my top 5 books of 2016. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video, and goodbye!